Bună seara, dragi telespectatori! Bine v-am regăsit la o nouă ediție a emisiunii Viitorul Medicina Holistică. În această seară, doamna dr. Balan și doamna dr. Miulescu ne vor vorbi despre medicina energetică și care este rolul ei asupra organismului uman. Doamna dr. Balan, cum arată viitorul medicinii?
Arată surprinzător, o să vedeți. Arată revoluționar. Este tratamentul viitorului. Este, bineînțeles, energetic, deci invizibil și cu unde de energie și cu frecvențe.
Cum știm aceste informații?
Au apărut deja. Există aparatură medicală validată științific, cu rezultate mult mai bune decât tratamentul obișnuit.
Deci se știe de mai mult timp?
A început cu primele deplasări în spațiu, în cosmos. A fost nevoie să părăsim Pământul, să ieșim în spațiu, pentru a realiza puternica legătură, invizibilă, existentă însă, între ființele umane și câmpul magnetic terestru. Rolul major al acestui câmp asupra stării de sănătate a fost confirmat când primii astronauți s-au întors bolnavi din spațiu. Și așa a fost inventată terapia prin câmp electromagnetic pulsatoriu.
On April 12, 1961, Yuri Gagarin became the first human to journey into outer space. And when he and subsequent cosmonauts, as well as American astronauts, returned to Earth, they were very sick and their strength and energy was depleted. NASA studied the problem for several years and eventually determined that the problem was the astronauts had been cut off from the Earth's magnetic field. Once NASA equipped space capsules with pulsating magnetic fields, the astronauts no longer faced the same problems with sickness and lack of energy.
Doamna dr. Balan, ce este terapia prin câmp electromagnetic pulsatoriu?
Să știți că folosește aparatură modernă, este o aparatură modernă, care de fapt recrează câmpul electromagnetic natural al Pământului, cu efecte, o să vedeți, surprinzătoare de benefice și de vindecare asupra, deci modificări foarte mari asupra sănătății.
Pământul are în nucleul său aliaje de fier, iar mișcarea de rotație pe care o face generează un câmp electromagnetic. Lumea vie trăiește în acest câmp. Și mai mult, corpul uman este construit să folosească forțele geomagnetice la nivel celular. Cu alte cuvinte, fără acest câmp, viața nu ar exista pe planeta noastră. De unde știm? Când îl părăsim, ne îmbolnăvim.
I would like to spend a few minutes discussing a revolutionary therapy called PEMF, or Pulsed Electromagnetic Field Therapy. PEMF technology is based on the geomagnetic field surrounding the Earth. It extends from the Earth's interior well into outer space. Scientists believe the Earth contains an outer crust, a mantle, and a liquid core with a solid core at the very center. The geomagnetic field is generated by the Earth's core. The rotation motion of the iron alloys in the outer core creates this geomagnetic field that is between 25 and 65 microteslas. This creates the north and the south poles that we use to navigate with a compass. But we're not alone in this method of navigation. Animals also use magnetoconception for navigation. The Arctic tern, for instance, travels 71,000 kilometers or 44,000 miles round trip from Iceland and Greenland to the Antarctic. Monarch butterflies migrate from Canada to Mexico, covering thousands of miles over generations, and certain bats use magnetofields for orientation. The human body is designed to use Earth's geomagnetic force at a cellular level. This fact was highlighted when extended space travel became possible. It was the return to the Earth that really clued scientists in. Astronauts returning to Earth suffered from muscle atrophy and bone density loss. The bone density loss was dramatic. It was 1 to 2% that their bones decreased per month spent in space. Astronauts were unable to walk when they first returned to the Earth, and they had to be carried from their landing craft. NASA and Roscom, the Russian equivalent, both conducted studies to determine the cause. The lack of the Earth's geomagnetic pull was determined to be a key factor. PEMF, or Pulsed Electromagnetic Field Therapy, was found to be a solution. Ben Philipson, the inventor of the Curatron, developed a device to assist with bone density regrowth for astronauts. This technology has now been made available by Curatron, and it can help with many medical issues. Here is the reason why. The human body runs on electrical current. Without electricity, our bodies cannot function. We measure life by measuring the electrical current running through the body. Heart activity is measured by ECG or EKG, electrocardiography. This measures the tiny electrical charges in the skin when the heart muscles depolarize during each heartbeat. If there's no electricity, there's no heartbeat, and we are no longer living beings. Doctors and paramedics will try to resuscitate a person with no heartbeat using a defibrillator, an electric stimulation shock. Well, the heart isn't the only part of the human body dependent on electricity. The human brain is a complex processor of electrical signals. The neurons inside the brain communicate through electrical signals. The nerves then send these signals throughout the body to the cells, and the electrical signals are translated into actions. Brain activity is measured by EEG. It measures the electrical brain waves. If there are no brain waves, the patient is pronounced to be brain dead. Well, it isn't just the brain that runs on electricity either. Each of the 100 trillion cells in the human body are powered by electrical energy. The cells are mini engines powered by fuel from nutrients we digest, mixed with the oxygen from the air that we breathe, and ignited by the electrons stored in the cell batteries, all driving the metabolic process. The cell batteries are called the mitochondria. They supply the electrons to ignite the metabolic processes, without which cells simply cannot function. The mitochondria power generators generate something called adenosine triphosphate, or ATP. And ATP is the battery that powers the cells. Without this ignition from the power generators, the cells will die. Our bodies depend on electricity. If enough cells die, our organs cannot function, and consequently our bodies will die. Once the ATP has been used, or has used up all the power within its cells, the spent battery cell is called ADP, or adenosine diphosphate. ADP, though, can be recharged and turned back into ATP batteries by the mitochondria, using an infusion of energy that comes from the food we eat and from oxygen. In an aerobic state, meaning with oxygen, the mitochondria can create up to 38 ATPs from every sugar molecule metabolized. However, in an anaerobic state, that is a state without oxygen, the mitochondria can still create ATP, but only at a rate of 2 molecules or 2 ATPs per sugar molecule. The byproduct, though, is also lactic acid, which causes muscle cramps in athletes. One other electrical feature of the cells worth mentioning is the transmembrane potential, or the TMP. The human body is designed to carry a positive charge. According to Nobel Prize laureate Dr. Otto Warburg, cells maintain a voltage across their membranes. Each cell is designed to have a positive charge on the outside and a negative charge on the inside. A healthy person has a cell voltage of 70 to 100 millivolts. However, cells will power down over time. Often we hear people say, "I'm out of energy," or "I'm running low." Well, this is because their cells have lost their positive charge. Due to the aging process, perhaps stress, an unhealthy diet, or the toxic environment in which we live. Chronic illness was seen in people with cell voltages of 30 to 50 millivolts. Cancer is found in patients with a voltage of less than 15 to 20 millivolts. It is interesting, though, that we never hear of cancer of the heart, the most highly charged organ in the body. Well, the loss of the positive charge can cause big problems in the body, and especially in the blood. Blood requires a positive charge to be effective. It absorbs oxygen and nutrients and delivers them to the cells. Blood removes waste toxins left over from the metabolic processes. Under a dark field microscope, we can see what properly energized blood is supposed to look like. Healthy blood cells are free-floating because the cells are positively charged and they repel each other. However, if the blood cells lose their positive charge, they begin to clump together in something called the rouleau effect. This reduces the surface area of the cell and its ability to absorb oxygen and nutrients and deliver them to the cells and remove toxins. As cells power down, the rouleau effect increases. If more than 8 cells clump together, their combined surface area is reduced by 50%, reducing their effect. The blood cells pick up oxygen in the lungs and discard CO2. They absorb nutrients in the intestines. Toxins are picked up by the blood and filtered out through the liver and the kidneys. The blood distributes nutrients and oxygen and discards toxins at a capillary level. The capillaries are very small and will only allow 1 blood cell through at a time. Blood that is clumped together due to the rouleau effect will not be able to do its job. This affects all the cells in the body because all the cells rely on the blood to be serviced. The blood brings the oxygens and the nutrients, the fuel that the mitochondria use to generate ATP energy to power all the cells. The blood is powered down, every component of the body will struggle to do what it was designed for. This is why Curatron is a revolutionary deliverer of energy medicine that will benefit our entire body. Curatron delivers pulsed electromagnetic fields that stimulate the body to work at its optimum capacity. The rouleau effect is eliminated because blood is positively charged and can flow freely, absorbing and delivering more oxygen and nutrients to the cells and removing toxins. The mitochondria operate at an optimum level in an aerobic environment. Enriched with oxygen, they are capable of creating 38 ATP for each molecule of sugar that is digested. The blood cells fuel the body for cell activity with optimum efficiency. Brain activity, physical activity, healing activity all takes place at a greater level because of PEMF. Because it benefits the body at a cellular level, there are many different applications for PEMF: athletic performance enhancement, injury healing and pain therapy, anti-aging, increasing energy, disease prevention and recovery. PEMF stimulates the natural endorphins, providing effective pain therapy, reducing or eliminating the need for toxic narcotics. Effective pain relief is seen for arthritis and joint pain, fibromyalgia, back pain, and ankylosing spondylitis. PEMF stimulates the brain, enhancing its neuroplasticity. This is the brain's ability to heal itself and remap its communication paths. It's effective treatment then for Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, or stroke recovery. The Curatron PEMF has programs that operate at effective frequencies for stimulation and production of natural chemicals within the brain, such as melatonin and endorphins, and these assist with migraine treatment, insomnia and sleep disturbances, relaxation, anxiety, and phobia, or stress recovery. The power of penetration also helps stimulate the osteoblasts. These are the cells responsible for bone and cartilage production. This is critical for bone density regeneration, osteoporosis, arthritis, osteoarthritis, fracture healing, cartilage regrowth in worn joints. Now combine this with its powerful pain therapy, the Curatron is the perfect treatment for tendinitis, for bursitis, carpal tunnel syndrome, dislocation repair. And the ability of the Curatron to penetrate and stimulate internal organ healing also makes it an ideal candidate for the treatment of the liver, the kidneys, pancreatitis, the heart, irritable bowel syndrome, and things such as Crohn's. The anti-inflammatory effect of the Curatron and its ability to reduce the rouleau effect, increasing the absorption of oxygen, make it an ideal treatment of allergies, asthma, sinusitis, bronchitis. And the effective and non-invasive therapy, stimulating cell repair, is also critical for treatment of the eyes. Things like macular degeneration and retinitis. The ability of the Curatron to heal and promote cell regeneration is very effective for burn healing, scar healing, dermatitis, wound healing, torn muscles, things like acne. The Curatron is also very effective in treating nerve pain issues such as brachial neuralgia, facial neuralgia, intercostal neuralgia, thigh neuralgia, things like neurosclerosis, which is the hardening of the nerves, neuritis, which is the inflammation of the nerves. It deals with both pain and helps the underlying pathologies. These are just a few ways in which Curatron's power of penetration and effective frequency combinations can help deal with pain and discomfort while addressing the underlying pathologies. The systems are designed to be user-friendly in clinical environments or in the home, and Curatron is your partner in attaining a healthy and active lifestyle. PEMF isn't magic. It's energy medicine. It empowers the cells to do what they are designed for.
Doamna doctor Balan, am reținut bine, corpul uman funcționează cu ajutorul curentului electric?
Da, funcționăm cu energie. Electrosomatograful, cel care îl folosim aici ca metodă de investigație, are ca metodă de măsurare, deci el funcționează de fapt prin bioconductivitate. Și anume ce înseamnă asta? Adică măsoară electricitatea la nivelul pielii, că se pun niște electrozi pe piele. Deci măsurăm curentul electric din corp, de fapt.
Corpul uman este o baterie. Se poate descărca, dar se poate și reîncărca energetic. Când ne descărcăm, apar boli. Când ne încărcăm, reîncep să funcționeze mecanismele de autovindecare, care ne mențin sănătatea. Am văzut cum câmpul electromagnetic joacă un rol important în vitalitatea și energia organismului. Motorul organismului uman, inima, are activitate electrică, măsurată pe electrocardiogramă. Creierul este măsurat electric. De exemplu, moartea cerebrală semnifică lipsa activității electrice a creierului pe electroencefalogramă. Mitocondria este uzina electrică a celulei.
Și ce face acest câmp electromagnetic mai exact?
Ne asigură viața.
În primul rând, corectează și potențează microcirculația și oxigenarea la nivel elementar celular. Asigură fluxul energetic ce hrănește fiecare celulă, asigură ritmul vieții, forța vieții.
Beamer is a biophysical application that activates the body's own powers of self-healing. A unique impulse is sent to the body, where it enables a multifaceted influence on the entire organism. In this way, Beamer helps to maintain health and support healing. Comprehensive efficacy is ensured, particularly due to the influence of the Beamer signal on the so-called microcirculation of the blood in the body. For its part, microcirculation is extremely important in the functioning of the entire organism. It is known as the main road of health.
Microcirculation in the human body is where cells are nurtured and disposed of, more specifically via the smallest vessels, the so-called capillaries. If a person's microcirculation area were to be spread out, it would cover an area as large as 2 football fields. It's that large. But then again, our bodies contain 70 to 90 billion cells, which must be nourished, nurtured, and disposed of. If changes take place here, disorders in microcirculation, this can eventually also lead to pathological conditions, as the body is no longer able to compensate for certain elements and can no longer handle certain regulation processes.
One of the best-known experts on the subject of microcirculation is Dr. Rainer Klopp. As head of the Institute for Microcirculation and erstwhile chief physician at the Charité Berlin, he has been involved in research into these minute blood vessels for many years. Clinical studies show that Beamer is effective. The reason that Beamer is effective is explained by Dr. Klopp's extensive insights into the minuscule world of microcirculation. Blood travels through many vessel branches that taper constantly into all the organs, where the blood vessels branch into the rich networks of blood capillaries. These capillaries then join together again to permit the return of the blood. The transit section for the exchange of substances between blood and body cells can be found in the capillary area. At the start of the approximately 1 millimeter long capillaries, water is pressed into the tissue, ensuring that nutrients are transported from the blood plasma to the body cells. At the end of the capillaries, water returns from the tissue into the capillaries, taking with it waste products from the cell exchange for disposal. The oxygen required for the combustion processes in the cells enters the tissue by means of diffusion from the red blood cells. At the same time, the red blood cells are loaded with carbon dioxide, which is expelled into the lungs, the performance capacity of the organs and the entire organism. As a result, the state of our health is dependent to a significant extent on the adaptation of the organ blood supply to the metabolic requirements of the organ tissue in each case. That is, on the regulation of the blood supply. This occurs mainly as a result of various rhythmic lumen changes to the extremely small blood vessels that are located directly before and behind the capillary networks. In a similar manner to sluice gates in an irrigation channel, the blood supply to an organ is adapted to different metabolic requirements of the organ tissue when the body is at rest or at work. Where this regulation is restricted or even impaired, this results in reduced of even pathologically modified organ functions. This is where the Beamer system can help in that specific, biorhythmically defined stimulation of the blood supply regulation is activated.
It can be said without exaggeration, the Beamer system represents a groundbreaking innovation for modern preventative medicine. It is the most effective and, at the same time, the best researched physical treatment method currently available to us.
The effect of Beamer can be seen in this technical recording of the tiniest capillaries. After just 2 minutes of Beamer treatment, the blood flow has improved considerably. This effect occurs throughout the organism. As a result, it is easy to understand why Beamer helps in the treatment of a wide variety of illnesses.
Doamna doctor doctor Balan, am văzut tot felul de tehnologii și aparate care stimulează energia și microcirculația din corp. Sângele reprezintă forța ciului materializată?
Da, forța vitală, ciul sau sângele, pentru că e același lucru. Trebuie să știți că circulă prin chakre și prin meridiane. Dar sunt importante și bătăile inimii, pentru că ele sunt impulsionate de acest câmp electromagnetic. Cu alte cuvinte, bătăile inimilor noastre rezonează cu bătăile inimii Pământului.
Cum anume mai exact?
Inimile noastre vibrează în rezonanță cu inima Terei, cu frecvența Schumann, frecvența Pământului. Practic spus, curgerea energetică din noi, ciul, dar și sângele curg în acest câmp al Pământului. Deci curge iubirea și bucuria vieții. Inima însemnând iubirea, iar sângele semnifică bucuria vieții. Suntem îmbrăcați în iubire, ne mișcăm în iubire. Când ne deconectăm de la iubire, ne descărcăm energetic și ne îmbolnăvim.
În general, toate frecvențele, să știți, câmpului uman de vindecare, de la 0 la 100 Hz, pentru că noi așa lucrăm, scala aceasta de vibrații de la 0 la 100 este folosită în tratamentul la raiocomp pentru toate bolile. Dar trebuie să știți că ele corespund și vibrațiilor câmpului electromagnetic. Practic, noi avem aceleași vibrații ca și ale câmpului electromagnetic. Nu facem decât să refacem în tratament, să țesem, să refacem țesătura de frecvență de fapt a câmpului când vindecăm. Și practic reconectarea la câmp, pentru că de fapt vindecarea vine de la sine. În momentul în care ne reconectăm la câmpul electromagnetic, reîncep mecanismele de autovindecare. Și asta numai dacă avem energie suficientă.
Atunci asta înseamnă că se dezvoltă o altfel de medicină energetică.
Da, o medicină de avangardă. De aceea am pus titlul astăzi emisiunii Viitorul, medicina energetică, pentru că vrem să atenționăm că deja apare, se naște, da, acum se dezvoltă, au apărut deja aparate de această medicină a viitorului. Este o medicină de fizică cuantică, știți, dar în străinătate o să vedeți că deja este foarte mult despre acest lucru. Sunt emisiuni medicale, sunt show-uri medicale, pentru că există show-uri medicale deja, se dezvoltă foarte mult cu aceste noutăți. Și atât pacienții, dar și medicii sunt deschiși la ele datorită rezultatelor uimitoare pe care le au în vindecare.
Today on the Dr. Oz Show, you don't have to live in agony anymore. Heal your chronic pain. No pills, no surgery.
Today, we are changing the practice of medicine.
The new invisible treatment your doctor hasn't heard of.
It builds a magnetic field around you, going deep into your body.
Is this the revolutionary cure you've been waiting for?
Are these things for real?
This is new cutting-edge research.
Dr. Oz investigates.
This is how we're going to change medicine together.
Next.
Thank you very much. I am more excited about the show than any other we have done this season, because today we are changing the practice of medicine, and you get the help. Now, if you've tried everything to ease your back pain, your neck pain, foot pain, arthritis pain, then this is the show for you. There's a revolutionary cure for pain that few doctors know about, because it's not a new pill or surgery. It uses moving magnets, energy waves that change the way your body copes with pain. Wait till you see what we found.
You may not realize it, and you certainly can't feel it, but inside each of us is a raging electrical storm. A biological whirlwind that controls every cell, every nerve, every muscle, every thought. How you experience pleasure, and even how you experience pain. What if you could harness this powerful force field inside of you to feel better, sleep longer, and most miraculous of all, ease your chronic aches and pains? That's the promise of magnetic therapy, which uses the power of magnetic energy to redirect electrical impulses to the areas where you feel pain, so relief and healing can begin. The FDA has already cleared pulsed magnetic therapy for fusing broken bones, treating severe untreatable depression, and now to treat post-operative pain and swelling. It sounds like science fiction, but is magnetic therapy for real? Are we finally on the brink of a whole new frontier to reduce, even erase, your pain?